Welcome back to the attic, everybody. So, for people that are new here, I started this YouTube channel about a year or two ago, I want to say, and yeah, I've kind of left it alone. So, for the 38 of you that were here before TikTok, hi, I'm back. I'm not dead. The hair's changed. It's no longer red. It's shaved on both sides now. And for the other like 500 plus of you that are here from TikTok, hi! It's me, your auntie. I had already made a video similar to this one that I just never got around to actually editing, and now that it's been like 2-3 weeks out, some of the stuff in that video is no longer relevant to what I'm talking about right now. But not only that, I just felt like it was really disorganized and I didn't really have a plan of attack with it. So since I have a Patreon now, there will be links down below and I'll explain more about that at the end. I figured, hey, let's ask the patrons, like, hey, what are some questions that you guys have? And just kind of go into that a little bit more here. So this is kind of a Q&A along with some frequently asked questions that I get on my TikTok that just can't be fit into a minute-long clip, or I can't just type out into the comments, or that I'm tired of typing out into the comments. So let's go. So our first question comes from Chloe and is, what is your favorite part of making your TikToks? So honestly, I really like the creativity that I get with it. I feel like I can get out so much in a minute, especially when it comes to the Auntie POVs. For those of you who don't know, my most popular series on TikTok is Weekends with Auntie, where basically Friday through Sunday I post anywhere from 2 to 4 videos a day as your cool aunt who you come and visit on the weekends. And I honestly really just like the different prompts and the different ideas. It feels like no matter what I do, I will at least get a really good response to it, even if it isn't like a very high view count. And also the different topics that I can kind of touch on that, coming out to your parents, or my two most popular ones were about having someone accept your pronouns, and the other one was about, getting yourself away from self-harm. There will also be confirmation videos coming out soon of each weekend, so that we kind of have a stockpile in case if, TikTok does decide to go belly up. I hope it doesn't. TikTok's the only thing I'm good at. But yeah, so I guess I would really have to say it's the creativity that I really like, and just the freedom, but also the fact that it's quick. So the main reason why I never really got off with YouTube is because I have to do all the editing myself, and I'm really, really lazy when it comes to that. I just had a client at the salon who I was talking about today offer to do some video editing, so we'll kind of see how that turns out. You may or may not be getting an editor. Okay, next question comes from Katie. Have you returned to work as a hairdresser? And if so, how are you managing? So as of today, which is October 14th, 2020, we have officially been back open for 17 weeks, and it's going pretty good. I will say like the first 10 weeks were the hardest, just because everybody needed their haircut, needed their hair colored. At my particular salon, everybody specializes, so I only cut hair. I don't color hair, I don't do massages, I don't do nails, anything like that. I just cut hair. I also do, like perms, updos, but that kind of falls underneath the category of cutting hair, the hair stylist, the hair designer. So it was really hard because it felt like, even though they gave us an extra 15 minutes for like sanitation and everything, it was constant. So it's been going good. I've been managing pretty well. I will say there are days where I'm just like, can we just have another shutdown? Like, don't shut everybody down. Just shut down my salon so I can take a nap, go to gym, and just reevaluate myself. It's, you know, I feel like a lot of us are kind of getting back into an actual work schedule, and it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. Okay, next question is from Chloe again. I'm just going down the list, like from top to bottom. There is no particular order. I'm reading these just as I'm talking to you guys. So from Chloe again, if you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be? Stop crying. No, it's okay. It's okay if you cry. So the thing is, when I was younger, I very much was in the mentality of there are the popular kids, there are the unpopular kids, and then there's me. No one likes me, and it's fine. It's fine. I said it's fine, guys. But no, so I wish that I could tell my younger self just not to worry so much. Everything's gonna turn out okay. You know, maybe not go straight to college. Because I did 2 years of university before I went and became a hair designer. And I don't regret those 2 years because I met one of my best friends through there and I had a lot of fun times, and it makes it easier for me to relate with some of my clients because I have gone through the college experience. But at the same time, I do sometimes wish I would have gone to cos school straight out of high school. But other than that, I would just tell my younger self, everything's okay. You're beautiful. And in a couple years, you're gonna have a fan base on the internet, so you're gonna be semi-famous, so you'll kind of have part of your like dream done. Next question from Alex. How's your mental health been? My mental health has been interesting. That is a way to put it. Yeah, it's been interesting. Let's just say that if I could tip my therapist, I would tip her all the money in the world. She has helped me so much through everything. I definitely will say TikTok has, I don't want to say it's taken a toll on my mental health. It's just kind of getting to know my fan base and trying to make TikTok like into a second job where I very much need structure. I need to have a 9 to 5. It's very hard to like try to make your own business. Which is so funny because my younger self thought that we were gonna be an entrepreneur. I guess we kinda are. Next one is from Jessica. What do you do during periods of stress? Do you call someone to vent? Do you spend time alone to think it through? So mostly I call my mom. My mom is fucking amazing. My mom's amazing. That's all I can say about my mom. I didn't realize this until a couple weeks ago, but I do really feel like through the Auntie series, even though I'm trying to be like your cool aunt, I'm trying to give you guys what my mom gives to me. Just someone you can talk to about anything. She's not gonna judge you per se. She might say something to somebody else, but you know, she's gonna tell you like, really sucks right now. It really does. But you wanna know what? You can get through it. You've gotten through this before. You can do this. Just somebody to lean on. And that's what my mom is, and that's why I always turn to her during periods of stress. If I can't get a hold of my mom, I will usually just sit down and cry. That's just who I am. No matter what the situation, it's always cry. If I'm happy, I cry. If I'm sad, I cry. If I'm angry, I cry. Oh, I cry when I'm angry. Sometimes what I do is when I'm really stressed and I don't feel like I can call mom, like I just need to kind of be by myself, I do take that alone time. And what I really like to do is I like to go to McDonald's and get what I always got as a little kid, which was cheeseburger Happy Meal with a Coke. And I will go just somewhere where I can be alone and somewhere that seems just bright and sunny, and I can just, be sad and, you know, just like kind of calm myself down. And yeah, just, you know, a little bit of comfort food. Okay, next. Away from the depressing shit. Laura, could you read the phone book to us? So, I don't have a phone book. My mom has a phone book, so maybe that'll be another thing. I've got this mask pattern on the floor right by. I could read you this mask pattern. Non-pocket face mask template. Instructions and pictures. Main fabric. Fold your fabric to cut to. Please check your scale here after print. Copyright craftpassion.com. Meant for hobby and personal use only. Do not sell this pattern. 1-inch allowance for cord casing. Add 1/2 inch for thicker cord. Small kids 3 to 6 years old. Does that count as the phone book? No, but in all seriousness, I posed this question out to my TikTok followers earlier today. I asked you guys if you would like me to start doing like ASMR things or reading out Reddit stories, and I got really positive reviews from that. So we're definitely gonna have like Auntie things sprinkled in and out. We'll have, you know, sit downs, welcome to the attics during, you know, some things, but I think mainly this is gonna be kind of like a r/ type of channel, which actually I really like, because some of my favorite people are people who just read stories from Reddit, like r/neckbeard things, r/incels, incel tears, let's not meet, different stuff like that. If you guys want good YouTubers for that, Moonhorse, Walter Fate, Lazy Masquerade, Fun with Failure, he's really good, I love Fun with Failure. Yeah, so we might be filming one of those. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see if this video actually goes up. Next question. If you could go back and change your past, would you, or would you keep things the same way they are? We're asking the important questions here. Yes and no. Yes and no. So I say no, I wouldn't change the past, because the past is what made me what I am today. But I also say yes, that I would go and change the past, just so that I was less sensitive. I was very, very sensitive as a kid. Definitely not a water off the back type of person. I would like to change that. Just like anybody, I'd like to go back to high school and change so like I was more popular or some bullshit like that. I wish that I could let things roll off my back more easily like that. I wish I would have gotten myself back on the healthy eating train earlier, so that I wouldn't have all these issues with food and body dysmorphia. Yeah, there are quite a few things that I wish I would change, but at the same time, those struggles led me to now. And we're here. And things are pretty okay. Last question from the Patreon, and that comes to us from Amy, is if you could actually, this is quite a few questions. If you could live anywhere besides Michigan, where would you live? Where is your dream vacation? I have a family in Namam and I don't know how to pronounce that one, and Escanaba areas. Have you ever been there? What is your favorite type of animal? That's a lot, Amy. That's a lot. If I could live anywhere besides Michigan, where would I live? That'd be hard to say. I really haven't lived or even visited many places outside of Michigan. And honestly, like when it comes to weather-wise, I feel like Michigan is the best. But I don't know, I've always thought, I think it'd be interesting to live in Ireland. That's where most of my bloodline is from. So I think it'd be kind of nice to go back to the old country. I thought it'd be, for a long time, I wanted to go live in Japan because I was a big fucking weeaboo. But there's no longer that draw for me anymore. I still think it'd be nice to visit. Yeah, basically, if I couldn't live in Michigan, I'd probably go live to Ireland. And then, where's my dream vacation? That's a hard one. Dream vacation would be touring Europe. Touring Europe would be a dream vacation. And one of those where it's like I don't have to pay for anything. Like everything is all expenses paid, and you know, you get to go into like all the little nooks and crannies. Like you not only get to go and see like the big things that like everybody sees, but you also get to see like the little things. Like basically I want to go on, like if anybody here watches PBS, Rick Steves Europe, I want to do Rick Steves Europe. Then I've never been that far up north to Escanaba and Nama is what I'm assuming is pronounced. And then what is my favorite type of animal? There's so many. There's so many. I would have to say one of my favorite types of animals is a squirrel. One of my best friends, like OG friend, and we tried to start a YouTube channel. This is actually the original YouTube channel. I've just changed the name. The original name was Turtle Squirrels because she's a turtle because, you know, she's short. By short, I mean like she's 5 foot. I'm only 5'5". She's short. She walks kind of slow, and you know she's also, her favorite show is the Ninja Turtles. So you know she's a turtle, and then I'm a squirrel because I'm all over the place. I'm doing all the things. I just need to do things. So yeah, favorite animal would have to be a squirrel. Any kind of baby animal. Have you seen baby skunks? Have you seen baby skunks? Baby skunks are adorable. That's all the questions from Patreon. Now I'm gonna answer a couple questions that I can just remember off the top of my head that are popular from TikTok. Do I listen to Girl in Red? I have listened to one of her songs and I hated it. I do not listen to Girl in Red. I am straight-ish, and I do have a boyfriend of almost 3 years. We'll see where that goes, but who knows? Told him after 3 years I'm leaving. I still have market value. I'm 25. Oh, here's one specifically to Weekends with Auntie. Will I ever do anything that has to do with the POV of the POV character getting their period or anything like that? No. No. I will not do a POV of you getting your period. This is why. The reason why is because I have been very clear since the beginning that I see you, the POV character, as a gender neutral entity. If I do something that is that gender specific to females and people who were signed female at birth, even though I don't have a lot of male identifying people on my page, I'm still alienating that part. It's just like if I did a POV of the POVer specifically doing sort of discrimination against like their gender or gender identity or skin color or anything like that, I'm immediately alienating some portion of my audience. And I know that, you know, I should be doing stuff like that to raise awareness to things, but I am strictly a non-political channel. We do not do politics. We do fun things to forget that the world is on fire. Yeah, so I will not do anything period related or pregnancy related, because those are my two popular things that I get asked, is do something about periods and something about unexpected pregnancy. I might do something that's like, oh, a friend of mine, but I will not specifically have you doing like, oh, I'm pregnant, or oh, I have my first period. Here's another one. What got you into talking about mental health? The views. I know that sounds really selfish of me to say that I started talking about it because of the view and the tractions that I was getting on my page, but honestly, that's kind of it. I never set out to do anything with mental health. I just realized that a lot of people were seeing me as a pillar of like mental health, and I am not. I have no training. I took AP psychology in high school. I took a speech class, like learning how speech works in the mouth in college, and also psychology as related to learning development. That's it. That's all I have in my background besides the fact that I myself go to therapy. When you go to therapy and you're in your 20s, of course you're gonna seem like the person who knows everything about mental health to people that are in their early teens that don't have trusting loved ones. No, there's nothing really got me into doing mental health. It was just that's where I saw the most traction. I know that sounds selfish, but I stay because I see that there is a need. So I'm not saying that I have anything to do with mental health. That's why a recent video of mine I posted saying like, hey, here are some crises numbers. Talk to someone who's trained, please, 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 please. You all deserve love and you all deserve to stay here. So that is going to be it for the first video back. Thank you all for watching. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Patreon. So on Patreon, there are different levels that you can have. I'm sure all of you guys know about Patreon. If you've been on YouTube for a while, I know I do. That's the only reason I know what Patreon is. I have 3 different tiers on mine. So the first tier is official nibbling. It is a $5 charge and you just get to kind of see occasional posts and behind the scenes footage and everything like that. And then the second tier is called the upper nibblings. Now those have more exclusive benefits, as in you get a birthday card during your birthday month from Auntie that I will send to you with a little note, just I love Auntie and all that different stuff. There's also more exclusive posts that you can get a part of. Upper nibbling's a little bit fuzzy just because, like I said, I literally cut it out, but I spent 5 minutes trying to find like the actual like page on my Patreon where it says like what the tier benefits are. I couldn't find it and it made me mad. So those are some of the benefits at the upper nibbling. And then the mobster nibbling, which is a callback to some of the earlier weekends with Auntie videos. They've got access to everything, including like the birthday card, behind the scenes stuff, but they also have the added benefit of getting my personal WhatsApp number along with voting rights in polls of what the next weekend with Auntie will be. The official nibbling is a $5, the upper nibbling is $15, and the mobster nibbling is $25. I've been thinking about putting like God nibbling at like 100 or 200 or something obscure like that, but I don't want you guys paying me that much, and I honestly don't know what I could offer you at that much. Like, I really don't know what I could offer you that much. Those are that. There will be a link down in the description below for Patreon along with merch, hopefully. I can figure that out. Also at the Mobster Nibblings, there is a percentage off of all my merch that never expires. So yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully I will be seeing you guys again soon as a Reddit reader. And yeah, if you like this, leave a like, leave a comment. Let's see how this shit goes. I love you all. Bye.